Because you gotta eat, dude.
You do gotta eat.
You want to
You
watch a
gotta live.
movie, you gotta pay for that.
Everything
You want to,
costs. Everything
yeah,
costs.
yeah, everything does cost.
Like I'm getting to the point where I can't even leave my house because outside is expensive.
I can always talk about money. I freaking love money. We can like even call out like bullshit. Like remember I was saying people saying money don't buy happiness.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
You think it buys happiness?
Money buys me happiness.
I think it could solve like 99% of your problems, but that 1%. Because, like, for example, right, it can't buy you health and it can't buy you love. And, like, those are all very important aspects of, like, being a happy human. Like, you need a balance of a lot of elements. Money can't buy you those things. Money can buy you, like, fake love.
If you had your health, but you were like living on the street, like dirt broke, you would be happy.
No, all I'm saying is that happiness is there's a calculation of more than one thing that goes into what happiness means. Like I just think that happiness is like an abstract thing that a lot of different elements go into defining.
I'm seeing happiness as like a very like flexible term where it's not like, oh, okay, just because it can't buy me love doesn't mean it can't buy me happiness. Like you said, like it encompasses a lot of things. So that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, money can buy you happiness, and in some cases, it can buy you health. Like if you were sick, money can solve some of that issue depending what kind of illness it is.
That's what I'm saying, like it can solve a lot, but like not necessarily
Yeah,
everything.
but like then why do people say, oh, like money can't buy you happiness? Like no, that's such a, like an ultimate term. I shouldn't say like money can buy you happiness. I can say like money can buy you some happiness. Would that be better?
I think money can buy you like can help you get more content.
You're making my neck itch. money money can't buy you all the happiness. There is no all happiness. Even if you have love, your health, there's always gonna be something missing. Okay, but happiness is such a broad term. So like I'm just saying like money can buy you some happiness. Can we agree on that?
can,
Like what's ultimate happy? What's ultimate bliss? Like even we were saying like we're freaking bipolar. We could be really happy one moment and next moment we're sad. Same thing with that. Like you can have your love, but one day that love can break off.
Yeah, so I don't think anything can really give you happiness. Like I
No,
think that
nothing is like we said, nothing is forever. And happiness is not forever either.
yeah,
Like there's no such thing as eternal happiness. Like people say, "Oh, it can't buy you happiness." It can't buy you happiness forever, but it can buy you momentarily happiness.
right.
Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah, it does. It can.
I feel like I feel like
I think
people.
that our definitions are different on like happiness and what it
No, no,
means
no,
and
no, no, no,
how
no, no, no,
valuable
no.
it is too cuz like I don't
People
necessarily
always.
think happiness is like the ultimate goal in life.
I feel like a lot of people don't want to associate that thought process where it's like, oh, of course, money can't buy me happiness. Like, there's more important things than money. Like, yeah, obviously, but like, let's not lie to ourselves. Like, money is important.
I'm not disagreeing with you. Like I think if I had money it would solve a lot of my problems and that would make me much more content in my life.
Yeah,
I'm
but I
just
think
getting
people
too
just think like
technical
they
in the definition and like the terms. The
I
hell
think
of
people
it.
just like don't want to associate with that thought because they don't want to be seen like, oh, money makes me happy, so it makes me seem like I'm greedy or I'm just like money hungry. No, it doesn't make you greedy. It makes you logical.
Yeah, like I don't believe in that either. That's not my thought process. I think that money is very important. I'm
Yeah,
not like holier than thou, like, oh, money's not
no, no, no.
important. It is very important. I'm just saying, can it buy happiness? I don't know.
For me, I think it can.
Yeah,
But I
you
just
think
think like
so?
people have like too much extreme where it's like, okay, so you have money. What if you don't have your health? It's always they always give you like an ultimatum. It's like stop giving me that scenario where it's like,
Just trying
okay,
to
what
get
if
the
you have?
definition like proper, you know?
No, it's not. It's like why is it one or the other? Why can't I have money and my health? Like why are you trying to make money into like this like disgusting thing? Where it's like I shouldn't be like too worried about it. I'm not worried about it. Okay, I'm
Because
not. There's no,
you're
but
saying
there's
money equals happiness,
no. I said money can buy happiness. If I have gold and have nothing to spend it on, I'm not gonna be happy.
right? So you think that if you had like you were able to buy whatever you wanted, you would be happy.
I feel like that's a lot of freedom, and freedom makes you happy. And I'm not saying freedom is like living on the street, because you can live on the street and be free too. But I'm saying like actual freedom, where it's like I'm not gonna worry about financials, and I don't have to worry about like living, like actually living, not just staying alive, like living my life.
Right.
Like just the thought process of not having to worry about just like how am I gonna pay for my life? It's like a big weight off your shoulder. And people always say, oh, like, what about your health? It's like what about it? I can have money and my health. Like why is it one or the other? It's like okay, you have money and all of a sudden you have like an incurable disease. Okay, fine. It can go the same way. You can have an incurable disease and be broke. So like what about that?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm
Yeah. So
just having like a hard time. My
don't
brain is
don't
like shutting down.
just think of it as this way. Money can get you a lot of freedom. I like being free, and I feel like the money is a good tool for me to get
I'm
there.
just giving you like an extreme example of where it can't buy happiness.
No, it can't buy you love. It can't buy you health, but It can buy you certain happiness.
Yeah, I agree. All I'm saying is there's not one component to life that's gonna get you happiness.
Oh no, I'm not saying money is like the component, but I feel like it's a key. It unlocks the components.
Yeah, I
It
think that it can
unlocks the
help with
freedom.
a lot of problems. Most problems can
Yeah.
be solved with having money. Yeah, I agree.
Money is the key to happiness. It unlocks the doors to thing that makes you happy. Like I wouldn't have to work if I had money, and I'd be so happy if I didn't have to work.
Don't you think you would get bored?
Never. I feel like people who gets bored, they are boring.
Not necessarily, because I feel like if I just had unlimited money, eventually I would want to like actually work on a project. That's just how I am. Like my brain would get bored of just spending money, and I would want to like.
Okay, you can have as much money as you can have a lot of money, but there's no unlimited money. If the freaking rain is pouring on you, yeah, obviously you can do whatever you want and get bored eventually. But then like if there's no unlimited money, there is a point where you're gonna run out. So you got to think of ways where it's like, how am I going to use this money to at least sustain my style of living that I
Okay,
want?
yeah. Then I think that would keep it
Yeah,
interesting. Yeah.
like you're not going to get bored. I don't know, get bored. Like, how would I get bored? I'm not going
All
to
I'm
get
saying is
bored.
you have to like find something like for me like to keep your brain active too. If you're just spending and traveling and I guess having experiences would keep your brain active though cuz
Dude,
you
if I
would
had
still
money, I would
go to like
freaking I would take a tarot class. I would freaking read tarot cards for a
That's what
year.
I'm saying. Like so you're just
Yeah.
saying it's like that freedom to do whatever you want, but you would still be
Yeah,
like doing
exactly.
stuff.
But I would never be bored. I would live to the end of my deathbed and I would still be I'd be like, "Oh my god, I want to do more." I'm not
No,
going to be like, "Oh, a
I
month
agree.
yeah, like some people are like a month into retirement, they're like, "Oh, I'm bored." It's like, "Wow, then your life must be pretty boring."
Yeah, but that's cuz they don't have enough money to do all the things they actually want to do. They just have to like sit there retired.
Yeah, I don't want to get like that. I want to retire with money. I don't want to retire broke.
Yeah, that would be so nice to just like not have to work and just do what you want with your time. What else would you
Yeah.
do with your time if you had like money wasn't a problem?
I would do tarot stuff. I would like just read people's fortunes for fun. Like, set up a little stand somewhere, do it for free or
Yeah.
tips, whatever, and then I'll give the tips away. I don't need the money. But like I can do that for a day. I can do that for an afternoon. It doesn't matter because I have all this time. And then maybe I can just get a part-time job working at like freaking Winners. Like I work at Winners.
You would work at Winners?
Yeah, for a bit. I mean, I'll just get that human contact in.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think I would do that. I wouldn't work at Winners. I don't want to take a job from someone who needs it.
Hmm.
I would not work at Winners. I take that back.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? You would work at Winners?
Yeah, like those YouTuber who like
That's
get
funny.
part-time jobs for fun. Like, huh? Like why is I don't know why they're even complaining. This is so fun. It's like, yeah, because you're doing this for a day.
I think that having a lot of money does kind of get you godly level. Not god level, but kind of like
Oh,
higher.
like it makes you arrogant.
No, I'm not talking about that. I just mean that it gives you like power.
I feel like when you have a lot of money, your whole mind just changes. Where it's like
Well, you're just not stressed anymore because you don't have to worry about it.
you
You can just do
become
what you
the
want, not because
you
you have
become
to.
you become the observer, if that makes sense. You know how you observe ants?
Yeah.
But like if you're an ant, you're like, oh my god, I gotta carry all this shit back to my hive. But when
Yeah.
you're the observer, you're like, oh my god, look at those ants.
Right.
So cute.
Makes you
So
like
when you have money,
it's like
you
god
become the
level.
observer. Not god level, but you're just like, oh, look at those people going to work. So cute. It makes you into an observer.
Well,
That's
yeah,
what
I was
money
just
does.
thinking about how you said that there's all these ants just like carrying stuff around, and you would be able to just kind of like be like, oh, look at those ants. That's interesting, you know. But it is kind of like you're at that level where you don't have to just be a slave.
Yeah. You don't have to you're not a cog in the system anymore.
You can just kind of like observe, yeah, observe life and just
Yeah.
observe what you
You
want. You don't have to
you
like
can
observe all these things you don't want to.
yeah, you can look at the spinning wheel. You're not part of it anymore. I mean, I guess you could be, but it's like at least you're further away from it. You're not like grinding every day thinking about your next paycheck.
Yeah, like I think that you'll always be part of the wheel, but like not part of the majority's experience of it, where you're like just doing the
Yeah.
same thing every day, grinding it
Yeah.
out. It's crazy the way that people spend so many hours of their lives working, like 9 to 5. And there's so many jobs out there where I feel like you could work. Like, do you think that you could get all of your work done within like 3 days of the week? Like, if you worked really hard, you could just get it all done within 3 days and then have the other days off.
Like a 4-day work week.
Yeah, so it's like, who sets up this schedule of like, it's just friggin' slavery. Productivity goes down as well. If you just have people burnt out, I feel like there's so many people just burnt out in life.
That's why
I don't want to be burnt out. I don't want to be living my life burnt out.
no. Yeah, and do you know what can solve that? Money.
So how do we get it?
Podcasting, or hopefully, I don't know.
What?
Winning the lottery,
Winning the lotto is one option, and then what are the others?
podcast.
Okay, what's the others?
That's literally my only choice right now.
We got to think of more ideas. There's got to be more. There's got to be more
Like, I don't
ways.
think, I feel like maybe getting notoriety or getting famous, then we can like really branch off into like more creative work. But at the moment, I can't see anything else. I don't think I'm really like inventive or innovative. I can't just like think of projects to do or just like make me money. Like some people can be like, oh, I can develop like fast food chicken,
You should just try to be, just keep thinking about it. Maybe you'll
like
like come up with
innovative.
an idea, like an aha moment, and you'll be like, oh, there it is. I know how to make money.
That's just it. I feel like I know myself enough where it's like I'm not ever gonna get to that point. Because you know how some people are just like, oh, I'm gonna start this company about
Well,
like
you
doing
thought
some
about
certain thing.
you thought about starting a podcast.
Yeah, but everyone's done podcast.
Who?
I'm just following the wagon. Do you know how many podcasts are on the internet right now?
Yeah, but like nobody in your circle is doing that.
I guess. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not gonna do anything that's gonna be like life changing for people. Because I try to remember what Elon Musk said. Because he said this thing that was like, it kind of makes sense. Like, don't. He's like, you don't have to develop something that like changes, that makes like a big change. You just gotta develop something that like changes little for a lot of people. Does that make sense?
Okay, that's interesting. He's an interesting character. Hey,
I think he said that.
maybe it
But
was
it's
Gandhi.
no, it's something towards that. Like something like, oh, you don't have to think of a big change for like one person. Like you're better off thinking about like a little change that affects a lot of people.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to look at it. Like, what's gonna
Yeah,
actually change the world? That's how you do it
yeah,
in a small way that affects more
a lot of
people.
people. Yeah, exactly. Instead of thinking like, oh, what am I gonna do like to change the world? Just
Right.
think of something minor that affects a lot of people. Like, oh, people like they want their food delivered quickly. Then you have DoorDash, or like they don't like taxi. Then you have Uber. Like all that came from that. But like
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not good. I'm not good with that.
I feel like innovation is going to go crazy in like 2023 because there's like a trend that's happening that's like really going to be all about like new scientific developments and innovation. It's going to be like crazy. So maybe you'll like have a eureka moment or something and you'll think of something, or maybe I will. And the other thing that's tough is I feel like you need money to like start a project too, which is like super annoying.
Are we going back to money? Money
But
is the key to happiness.
what were you going to say though?
I feel like there are. I feel like there's opportunities for me to change, but it's just like there's something holding me back.
Like what?
Like my house in Montreal. I gotta cut that out because my because Kenneth watches this, but no, what's holding me back is just like I have a lot of.
My house.
I don't just have like the ability to just move on.
I'm sorry, that
Like
was so funny.
I have responsibilities in life. Like I can't just be like, oh, that's what I'm saying. Like if I had money, I can literally just pay off all those responsibilities.
That's so funny. Yeah, I think that the way, like, I'm just thinking about the way your brain works, and I feel like every time a problem pops up in your brain, you're just like, I need money, I need money, I need money. I can just see how your brain works. Like anything that pops up, you're like,
Dude, I'm about to cry because I'm broke. That's how sad I am.
I'm sad too, dude. And
Like I'm so sick of living like
don't even get me started, man. Like, do you know what my situation is? I've been like working. I've been working and working, and like I don't know what the prospect's gonna look like for me when I get out of this. I don't even know. And now I have like
okay.
student debt too.
Can,
I'm gonna
can we pause
throw
for
up.
can we pause? Can we pause for a
I'm
moment?
gonna throw
For
up.
all the assholes out there, I know some of you are probably just like going like, "Oh, you should be grateful. Like you should appreciate your life." I do appreciate my life, and I am grateful for what I have. Okay, is this so bad that I want more or I want things to be easier? Like I think everyone wants their life to be a little bit easier. Okay, like f off.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna freaking throw up too. Like, dude, today I was sitting on the computer table. I was like literally looking at the corner of my wall, just like blanking out, and I almost bursted out in tears because I was like, I'm gonna have a freaking mental breakdown right now because I feel like I'm gonna be doing this for the foreseeable future.
For the rest of your life.
Never, not for the rest of my life,
It's
but for the
possible.
foreseeable future.
No, it's not
Ah,
possible. It's not possible.
no, it's not possible. Get
For,
that dead squirrel
for
energy
some
out of
people,
there.
it is.
No, yeah, for some people, those are the people who get bored when they're retired. Those are the people, not me.
Yeah. I felt like I was
Yeah,
gonna cry all day too. I was just like
yeah,
feeling
I was
so
sad.
emotional and just like I hate everything. And it's like
I was really
bad
emotional
vibes. I'm
too.
like, I need to get out
No,
of
I
this
was
bad vibe.
no, it's good vibes. It's like when I took mushrooms and I cried for like 9 hours. But after that cry, I felt good.
Maybe I should just cry. Maybe we should just cry right now.
Not on camera.
It's good for you. I have a hard time crying though, because I'm just like, stop being a bitch in the back of my head.
Can we just appreciate
Cry.
that we're being really vulnerable right now? Because like we're just sharing our things. So I feel like we should be proud of that. Where it's like we're not bitching, we're just telling it how it is. Like today, I feel like I had a mental breakdown, and I'm proud to say that. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, you had a mental breakdown. Well, today I had this and this going on. It's like, well, you know what? Sad for you, but at the same time, perspective. Like for me, it was enough for me to have a breakdown.
Who's telling you that you're not allowed to?
I know there's people who are gonna say that your life is not that bad. Like don't be so negative all the time.
Who
It's
cares
like
about those people?
F you, man. What do you mean don't be so negative?
Who cares about those people? They don't know you.
I don't want to care, but just like dude, I
They
just find
don't
it so
care
annoying.
about
It's
you,
like
so
no, because you know how I was saying like I'm trying to be like less judgmental. I want that in return too, because I feel like if someone comes to me with that kind of energy, I would be so sympathetic to it. Maybe like I won't understand it. I wouldn't go out of my way to make you feel stupid. Like I'm not gonna gaslight you and be like you shouldn't feel this way because it's dumb. I know like there's people who like do that where it's like oh your job is not even that hard or like your life's not even that hard. It's like okay maybe it's not, but like for me it is. That should be enough for you. If I'm telling you and you're my friend, don't come to me sideways where it's like don't try to like gaslight me in a way where it's like trying to invalidate my feelings. I hate that.
why do I feel like somebody's told you something?
Somebody
Huh?
has, but I don't want to get into it.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that
But I'm
either.
just like,
Not
do I
my
do that to
vibe.
you? Like we're good friends. I don't do that to you.
No, maybe when we were younger,
Oh, when I have my bitch energy,
when
that's
you
why I'm
had
trying
like
to
bitch
control it more.
energy.
I feel like I can be really blunt,
I don't think there's anything wrong with being blunt.
but
And
I'm not
like,
gonna tell you like your feelings are wrong. But I would say it in like a really blunt way. I
right.
would be like, okay, I understand, but like maybe you shouldn't do this. I wouldn't be like, oh,
Yeah.
you're dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna validate your feelings. Like, oh, you shouldn't feel this way because like I went through this stuff. It's like who cares what you went through? It's not about you. It's about me. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you about me, and you're telling me about you. Like, what the
Yeah.
hell?
I honestly feel like we could all probably improve because sometimes I can be judgmental as well. I try my best to be understanding, but like some situations it's harder than others.
I'm trying really hard, and I feel like I've made a lot of improvements.
Yeah, I feel I can see that in you.
That's good.
I will say I've seen that in you for sure. I feel like
Yeah,
you're
because you
um
know me for 10 years.
how long has it actually been?
It was definitely after high school, so after 2012. But it could have been on 2012 because I remember I was at Sarah's house for Halloween,
Is that when I met
and
you?
yeah, because I was supposed to give out candy with Sarah at her house, and then she was like, "Oh, I invited my coworker from work over or something like that." I'm like, "Why?" I'm like, "Oh, she's gonna f our night up," and I was so pissed.
Really? You're like she's gonna suck.
Yeah, because I was okay. I think it came from like I was also really shy too, so I don't really like meeting new people.
Maybe you were just like anxious. You were like, now I gotta freaking meet this person. Do you remember what the interaction was like?
Yeah, I was acting like I didn't even give a shit. I was like, "Oh yeah, hey, how are you? What up?"
I don't remember that. Like, do you remember what I was like back then and if I've like changed?
I feel like deep down you're still the same person, but you've always been like a good person.
Thank you. I try my best. I do
I've been an
try.
ass. I've been like an asshole.
I try, but like I think that sometimes like life gets confusing and like we all make mistakes, you know. I can say that I genuinely have good intentions for like everybody though. I
I
can
can
say
say
that.
for the 9 years I've known you, I've always seen you like as a good person. Like maybe for me, where it's like I used to be like I can admit it. Like I used to be freaking rowdy, dude. I don't even know why I act like that. It could have been because like I was anxious, so I just want to like act out and like just put on like a whole persona. Because I remember
Right.
when I met you, I'm like I'm not gonna call you by your name. I'm gonna call you Sage because your name's too hard to pronounce. But it's like I'm gonna call you Sage
Yeah,
because
but
your
I
name's
didn't
too
think
hard to
that that was
pronounce.
mean. I thought it was cute because I'm like, oh, now I have like a new name because I like if people give you nicknames, it's kind of like
I just met you though. It's like I feel like that's kind of rude. Where it's like how it's like because for some people like a name is like is who you are. It's like why am I disrespecting your family like that?
I didn't think it was rude at all. I thought it was cute.
No, like you took it the right way, but I feel like someone else could be like, okay, this is my family name. Okay, you're gonna call me what my mother named me because it's out of respect.
Yeah, like okay, my interpretation of you is I think that you've always been a good person as well. I think that you have like a certain sense of humor that maybe you're trying to like get right. Like I think it's just your humor or like sometimes like things come off a weird way, but I don't think that you're a bad person in any type of way. I think that you like think you're a
Okay,
bad person and then you act like you are, but you're really not. I don't really think most people are
I'm not gonna say like I'm
bad.
bad. Like I'm not gonna say like I'm bad as like in a term like I'm conniving and always think about like plans to, like ruin people's lives. But I'm just like I'm saying like I had a very like I wouldn't say combative, but I definitely have like a very edgy personality on top of my humor. Like right now I'm trying to like round out my humor a little more, whereas like I'm not like just coming at you like a train.
Yeah, because I feel like you have the sense of humor where you could just roast the shit out of somebody if you wanted to.
Oh, I can be offensive. Like I
And
can
if
offend
like if
someone
that
so
energy is like
easy.
directed at me, like my sensitive ass like cannot take it.
Yeah, like
But I have
I'm
to get
always there's
I have to get better at it though. Like whatever. You should be able to like have
no,
people
like you
roast
shouldn't.
you.
That's what no. You don't have to get better at. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no reason for you to be rude to someone. Like, that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, especially as a friend. Like, maybe for a stranger is different. Like someone you don't know. But like, if I'm calling you my friend and I'm sharing my feelings with you, there's no reason for you to try to like invalidate me or like try to gaslight me or tell me like what I'm feeling is not important. Like
Right.
maybe you feel that way, but like maybe I'm not gonna say lie, but like at least if you're gonna give me the truth, at least try to give it to me in a way where it's not gonna be like so offensive. Like
Yeah.
as a friend, I deserve that. Like I know it takes a lot of energy to do that, but like as a friend, I would feel like I could put some thought into like what I tell you.
Right. And I also feel like maybe back in the day you were like going through your own stuff or like not feeling like you were like more shy or like maybe not as like confident, and like I feel like you've become a lot more confident over the years in yourself, and maybe that's why you don't really
Oh
feel the
yeah.
need to do that as much anymore.
No, I don't have to put on like this whole persona where it's like, oh, I'm too cool for school.
Yeah. That's
Because I'm not. I'm not
yeah.
cool for school. I want to go back to school.
Yeah. Too cool for
Go back to junior
school.
high. Freaking done. Done with work. Done with being an adult.